Hello. In this video, we want to prove the following is an identity. We have cosecant x minus sine x all over sine x is equal to cotangent squared of x. Now, in this instance, the left-hand side is most definitely more difficult than the right-hand side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and begin with the left-hand side, which is cosecant x minus sine x all over sine x. Now, to do this, let's think about what we need to do. Cotangent squared of x is what? Well, I'm not really sure. Cotangent is cosine over sine, right? So it makes that cosine squared over sine squared. So looking up here, I do need an extra sign in the denominator, which means I could multiply both the numerator and denominator by sine. But let's look at what's happening here on the left-hand side. Notice that we have a cosecant, and we don't really want a cosecant because we want sines and cosines. So instead of cosecant, replace it with 1 over sine. So this is actually the same thing as 1 over the sine of x minus the sine of x all over the sine of x. Now notice that this is actually a complex fraction, and from 1414 I recommended to you to multiply both the numerator and denominator by the LCD of all denominators. In this case, the only denominator is sine of x, so we do want to go ahead and multiply every term in here by the sine of x. Now notice that this sine of x and that sine of x will cancel, and the numerator is going to become 1 minus, and then sine of x times sine of x is sine squared of x. Then all over in the denominator, sine of x times sine of x is sine squared of x. And now 1 minus sine squared of x, you should recognize by now, is cosine squared of x. And we are where we want to be, because now we could just rewrite this as cotangent squared of x, but let's go ahead and simplify it a little bit better. Instead of cosine squared over sine squared, it's the same thing as the entire cosine of x over the sine of x, all squared. And cosine of x over sine of x is just cotangent. So it'd be cotangent squared of x, which is the right-hand side of our identity. QED. Alright. Well, I believe that's it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and I will see you in the next one. Have fun.